Today we're talking profit margins. Now, let's be real. Whether you are starting print on demand to quit your job or just make some extra side income, the end goal is money. And profit margins are what determine whether this is actually worth your time. So in this video, I'm breaking down Etsy versus Shopify. We'll go through the fees, the potential ad costs, and hidden expenses so that you can see exactly which platform puts more money back in your pocket. And at the end, I'll share some advice for both new and current sellers. Now, my goal here is full transparency because in my business, I make every decision based off of numbers and not emotions. So let's get into the board. We'll start breaking down the numbers and go from there. Let's break down the scenario. We are going to be assuming that all of these remain consistent when we are doing the numbers for both Etsy and Shopify. So here are the things that are remaining consistent. We will be fulfilling with Printify, specifically printing with Monster Digital, which is one of the t-shirt printing providers on Printify's platform, who has been printing my t-shirts for the last 5.5 years. We will be using the Gildan 64000, which is the t-shirt that I sell on my Shopify brand. And we will be using $13.53 for our cost of goods, which is the fulfillment plus the shipping. And that is taking this $8.10 as well as $4.75 for shipping. And finally, the last thing that will remain consistent is the same number of shirts per order. So the way that we are doing all this math is coming down to one shirt order. So basically fulfilling our cost of goods will be the same for every single order. Okay, so let's get into the numbers. As you can see, I have $19.99 for Etsy and $29.99 for Shopify. When I was looking into Etsy's platform, I looked across a bunch of different stores to determine on average how much people are charging for their t-shirts. And most of the time it was $19.99 versus on my Shopify store, I sell my t-shirts starting at $29.99. We're just kind of taking the averages of these. I also feel comfortable saying Shopify $29.99 because I have students in my school community who are also successfully selling their t-shirts at $29.99. So I know that this is a price point where you can be making sales. So I am confident in this price point that it's like not too expensive for people to be charging on their brand. So that's where these numbers are coming from. Now, Etsy, in order to do $10,000 in revenue, you have to have 500 orders because our price point is $19.99. Now on Shopify, we need 334 orders in order to hit $10,000 in revenue. So a little over half the orders for what you need in Etsy in order to hit $10,000 in revenue. Now, this is where it starts to get interesting when we start digging into the fees. On Etsy, we have a transaction fee of 6.5%. So every single transaction that we do, they're going to take 6.5% of that cut, which comes out to being $649.68 that we are paying just for that transaction fee. On top of the transaction fee, we also have a payment processing fee. Now, this is standard. It doesn't matter if you're selling on Shopify or Etsy or really any other online platform, you're going to be paying a processing fee. With that, the 3% plus 25 cents, you're going to pay $424.85 on Etsy's platform. Next, we have offsite ads. Etsy charges 12% for these ads, and they are forced. You are not able to back out of running these ads. Once you cross that threshold, you are locked in. There is no getting out of it. I think the biggest thing for me with the offsite ads is just not having control over the ads. You know, they're taking this pretty hefty fee for you to not know what they're showing the audience, how they're portraying your product. I find that interesting just as a Shopify seller, but that ad fee alone is going to take $1,199.40 from that revenue based off of 12% off of each of those orders. Now we also have the listing fees. That is 20 cents per listing. I'm just assuming that it's 100 products because I teach my students that are selling on Shopify not to launch until they have 100 products because it's going to give us more to test, more to see what the market is interested in buying in. And so that comes out to $20. So nothing crazy. It's not going to break the bank. And finally, we have cost of goods. So after all of these crazy fees on Etsy, we have our cost of goods, which is just fulfilling our product. So printing the shirt and then shipping it to the customer. And that comes out to being $6,765 flat for a total cost of $9,058.93. And profit-wise, what you end up keeping, 9.4% margin, you end up keeping $936.07. about $1.87 per shirt. So that's the Etsy side of things. Now let's jump over to Shopify and start breaking down the same amount of revenue, and we'll start going through their fees. So just to recap, Shopify, we are selling our shirts for $29.99. We have our revenue, 334 total orders to hit that. Now, payment processing, we also have on Shopify, explained that earlier. Shopify's is 2.9% plus 30 cents. So a little bit different from Etsy's, but still pretty standard across the board. That's going to be $390.71. On top of that, we have to pay for a Shopify plan. So similar to Etsy's listing fees where it's 20 cents per listing, Shopify doesn't do like a per listing or a per product price, but they do have different plans. So I picked the lowest basic plan, which majority of sellers are on anyways, and that's $39. I also then included some money for apps. For the most part, apps are pretty cheap, especially when you're starting out, only until you start really scaling up and getting more orders. Some of those apps start to change price-wise, but I gave $75 for apps. And now let's look at our cost of goods. So because the fact that it was less orders to get to $10,000 in revenue, we only had to pay cost of goods on 334 orders. So even though our cost of goods for selling on Etsy and selling on Shopify, it's the same, we end up paying a lot less because of the fact we are able to demand a higher price point than the Etsy sellers. So our cost of goods came out to being $4,520.02. So our total cost on Shopify was $5,024.73. Now, I do want to include that this is not including ads. So that's something that's really important because we have to be driving our own traffic on Shopify. It's one of the big reasons that people want to go to Etsy and not start on Shopify because the fact running ads is a new skill. It's something that's a little scary and a little unknown. But I did want to point that out that this is not with ads, and don't worry, I'm going to be breaking that down. So profit-wise, assuming all of this was organic traffic, we weren't paying any ads, we were just a super big content creator that could just drive all this traffic, that comes out to $4,992.93 in profit, or a 48.7% margin, which is pretty crazy. That'd be $14.95 per shirt. So I wouldn't say this is like a scenario that would absolutely never happen. If you are somebody who has a following, I'm sure these numbers make sense. You could demand that price point for people to just come to your site and check out. But for the majority of people, I would say 99% who are probably watching this video and 99% of sellers, we don't have that kind of following. We don't have people who are wanting to buy our branded stuff from us. So the majority of us are going to need to rely on other ways to drive traffic. One of which, Facebook ads, which is how I've been driving my traffic to my store ever since I started. So I did the math and I broke down what our profit would be if two ad situations played out. So the first, 20% ad spend. Now, I'm typically anywhere between 20 to 30 if my ads are running at the level that I need them to be running at, 20 to 30%. So I ran it at 20 and 30%. Now, if my ads are doing terrible, then the percentage can go up. But don't worry, I did break down both an ad scenario with both 20% and 30% going to ad spend of our revenue. So we will go down to the bottom and we'll break it all down. But essentially with the 20% ad spend, we would be profiting $8.95 per shirt. And that would be a 29.8% margin. And on 30% ad spend, we would be making $5.96 per shirt, or a 19.8% profit margin. So if we look at the breakdown of everything, with Etsy at $19.99 per shirt, our revenue would be just under $10,000. We would keep $936.07, and our profit per shirt would be $1.87, or a 9.4% margin. So overall, not bad. I'm not gonna knock Etsy, like that's still decent. Like if this was your monthly revenue and you're somebody who's just looking for kind of a side hustle type of thing, $936 is not bad. And a 9.4% margin is great in my book. Anything around 10 and above is awesome. Don't get me wrong, I love to be closer to 20% on my brand, but hey, any margin that's above zero is a positive. Now, Shopify with 30% ads. This is all off of the same revenue, $10,017.66. We would keep $1,988.63. So that would be our profit off of $10,000, which ends up being 19.8% profit margin. Now, Shopify at 20% ads, that's going to allow us to keep $2,989.40 in our pocket, or a 29.8% profit margin. So this is a great number, and it's not a scenario that's like way far out there that it wouldn't make sense. Now, if I was only saying 5% was going to ads, yeah, that would be a little bit far-fetched for me. For Shopify organic with email, we already got this number earlier, but I think it's important to point out that once we have built our audience, so when people are coming to our Shopify store and they're checking out, we can grab their email from them. We can offer them a discount code if they sign up for our email list. We can market to them time and time again. So I know for new people, I said that kind of scenario is kind of out there. Unless you have a following and you can be just driving traffic organically, it's probably not going to happen. But as you grow as a brand, like let's say for some reason, Facebook ads went down for a day. Facebook had a glitch. You couldn't run advertising, but you had email. This is a scenario that becomes completely normal then, because of the fact you can still market to people. They will come back and buy from your site. And this 48.7% margin is absolutely attainable then. Now, that's one of the beauties of Shopify, is being able to grow that email list and build a really solid relationship with your customers to come back and buy from you time and time again. Now, none of these numbers, if you're selling on Etsy or you're selling on Shopify, would make any sense if we weren't fulfilling with Printify. The reason I want to talk about Printify is because they are the sponsor of today's video. Printify helps millions of sellers every single year sell their print-on-demand products. They have a catalog of probably hundreds of printers at this point, connecting you with printers all around the world to help fulfill your products. So it doesn't matter if you're trying to sell household goods, if you're trying to sell sneakers, you can even sell t-shirts like me. But Printify does an awesome job of connecting their sellers with awesome printers. One of the things that I love about Printify is the control that they give you. So one of the reasons we were able to make the profit that we made was because we have the ability to select a printer like Monster Digital to fulfill our goods. We can look at the cost of printers. We can look at the shipping speed of printers. We can look at the rating that Printify gives them to determine who should we have helping us to fulfill our orders. And this is something that's extremely important because it directly reflects our brand's recognition and who we are as sellers, whether that's on Etsy or Shopify. We always want our customers to have a positive buying experience, and Printify absolutely helps you do that. So if you're interested in getting started with Printify, just click the link in the description below and use the code WeScale so that you can get 1 month of Printify Premium completely for free. But enough about that. Let's get back to the video, and I can talk about some advice that I would give current sellers and new sellers that are getting into the space. If you are somebody who is currently selling, these numbers may have surprised you, especially if you're somebody who is selling on Etsy. I think having transparent numbers like this is something that's extremely important because there's a lot of differing opinions when it comes to print on demand. Now, ultimately, my opinion on this is just pick a platform and stick with a platform. Don't get me wrong, I'm biased. I love Shopify. I've been selling on Shopify for the last 5 years, but ultimately, I think the biggest driver of success for sellers who go from beginners to finding their footing and getting some sales, it's sticking with one platform and getting good at that platform because they're all a little bit different. Etsy, you're going to work on keywords. It's SEO. It's more search-based versus on Shopify, we need to drive our own traffic through ads. So the platforms work differently, and I completely understand that. So my advice for anybody who is new is just pick one platform. Pick the platform that you think is going to work best for your life and your goals. Now, if you're somebody who's looking for more of a side hustle, Etsy may be the way to go because the margin's a little bit slimmer. You can't demand a higher price versus on Shopify, that may fit somebody who wants to own an asset and wants to build a business kind of like all these other online stores. You want to have an email list. You want to have direct conversations with your customers. Shopify may be that route. Now, if you're somebody who's a current seller, maybe you sell on Etsy, you were a little surprised by the numbers that I showed you of, the price that we can demand on Shopify, and you're looking to make more of that margin, then there's definitely options for you. Now, if you're profitable on Etsy, I would always say keep selling on Etsy. I would never shut something down that is profitable. But if you're somebody who's interested in starting to learn Shopify and basically taking that catalog that you have on Etsy that is working and getting sales and putting it onto Shopify, then you absolutely can do that. Don't get me wrong, I think Etsy has been a great platform for some sellers, but I think some people get frustrated with the amount of control that Etsy takes over them and their business. So if you're somebody who's looking to take control back, not necessarily shut down your entire Etsy store, but start thinking of ways of scaling yourself out of Etsy and more onto an individual platform like Shopify, then I have some advice for you. Because of the fact you already have items that are selling on Etsy, you already have proof of concept. People are already interested in buying your stuff. You know how to connect with a buyer. So you can simply move your catalog or duplicate your catalog on Printify, connect it to a Shopify store, and essentially all we need to do is start running traffic to those products. And I guarantee, because you are getting sales on Etsy, people are interested in them. They'd be interested in them on Facebook when you run ads. So it's something that I think seems really daunting to people, but most of the time, those who have been successful on Etsy will absolutely be successful on Shopify. Now, it does take time, it takes effort. You have to go through the learning curve of unlearning some of those Etsy-like things that get sales to then translating that over to Shopify and de-Etsying it, if that's even a word. But you can absolutely find success with Etsy or adding on Shopify as well. Now, hopefully you guys enjoyed this transparent breakdown of both Etsy and Shopify. If you're somebody who's trying to figure out which platform to sell on, hopefully this brought you a little bit of clarity. If you have any questions about Etsy, about Shopify, the numbers, feel free to drop a comment below. I make sure to respond to everybody who comments on my videos. And if you're someone who's looking to get started in print on demand, maybe you're not sure yet if you're selling on Etsy or selling on Shopify, but you're trying to figure out a niche that you want to sell in, you're trying to figure out if the niche is viable, then click the link in the description below. I have dropped a brand builder GPT. It will go through all of your interests, help you pick a niche, especially one that has a total addressable market that is large enough to be selling in, and help you come up with your logo, your branding, all that good stuff. So if you want to grab that brand builder GPT, just click the link in the description below to get started. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. It would absolutely mean the world to me. Other than that, thanks guys. I'll see you in the next video.